What the fuck is that?
Hey everybody, we are back. It is Big Turp and Big Papa Steve doing some whiskey ratings. Penelope coming at us with the estate collection. Let's get it, Big Daddy.
How'd you do that?
I'm just kidding. We're not really
What
going
is
to do
this,
that.
Soul Train?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Buddy Spirits and Cigars. We have another Penelope coming at you. This one is the estate collection. I have been actually very interested in this, wanting to try it. Steve's been bragging about it quite a bit, so we're going to see if what he's got to say is actually going to prove to us. And with this particular one,
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like bottle of the year or nothing, but something from Penelope like this. I've watched other videos on this bottle on YouTube. I've heard it referred to as Penelope's BTAC. I don't think it's quite at that level, but this is the Penelope Estate Collection. It is the blend of straight bourbon whiskey, 9 years old, from their private select, coming in at 101.2 proof. It has its mash bill here. 74% corn, 20% rye, 1% wheat, and 5% malted barley.
a little bit of malted barley in there.
A little tiny bit. Not a big fan, but what do you think about malted barley?
I think it has its place. I think it can be good in some aspects.
In the trash can?
No. I'll tell you what, and I'm not trying to necessarily get off on a rabbit trail, but just real quick, Stranahan's, Pat done a store pick of Stranahan's, and it is a malted finish with it. And I'll tell you what, with an Opus X Oscuro, it is freaking
a little cigar pairing?
an amazing pairing.
Nice.
So
Love to hear
I
it.
actually still have some of that and some of those cigars. So we'll let you go
Know
through
what we're
that
doing after
yourself
this.
and see what you have to say. Give your opinion.
Hey, another video idea.
There you go.
All right. So Penelope Estate Collection.
What's the deal with the fruitiness?
What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
Man.
The way you said it, dude. What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
Well, I mean, the last Penelope, what was it? The Valencia was fruity. This one's more fruity than that.
I can't disagree with you, and I didn't want to. I don't want to just be stuck on this fruity note.
I know, but it's there. I mean, it's extremely prominent.
Can we get off the fruity stuff, please?
And this one's what proof did you say this was?
101.2.
Yeah. And so it's higher proof than Valencia was 95, I think.
Nothing crazy going on with the nose. Do you agree? It's not super complex or anything.
Just fruit forward.
Sweet. I would call it sweet, fruity. Yeah.
Let's get in it.
Let's do it. There we go.
You're actually, since you're diving into these prior to bringing them to film with, you're kind of doing us a favor in a sense.
A little bit of air.
Getting the neck pour over with.
Yeah. And this is going to sound funny, like I'm being sarcastic. I'm really not. That's kind of why I do it. Some people think it's...
You can't help yourself is why you do it.
I know, I like them. I want to drink them. But I've saved the big boys that we're going to try later on in the month. But genuinely, that's why I try to get a quick little pour out of it, is because I personally think that a fair review is not a fresh bottle crack. I think that the fresh crack or that neck pour is not what that bottle is for the rest of its life as it sits on the shelf. I think that we've noticed once we get air in some things, like when we did that Knob Creek 9 and then there was that McKenna 10 year during one of our challenge videos a long time ago. Remember how much sweeter it got?
It turned very sweet.
I think it's a more of a fair review when we say, hey, once you've cracked it, got the neck pour over with, and it's set on your shelf for a few weeks or a couple weeks, this is what it's actually going to taste like for the remainder of the bottle. More so than a neck pour, but that's just me.
Yeah, there's mixed feelings on that.
Don't mean to get off into a
no.
dark hole of...
We're literally talking about this particular one. But I think there's mixed reviews on that in the sense of, with more air, there's more room for alcohol evaporation, and so yada yada yada. Now once you get down to me, where I have noticed the biggest difference is like when you were talking about that McKenna, a nice bottle and bond product, but we had every bit of half of the bottle was gone. And so when you have, it seems like it affects the lower proofs a whole lot more than it does the higher proofs.
Maybe
on change, because that McKenna had sat there for at least, I don't know, a year.
We all agree the neck
half.
pour is different than the rest of the pours, right?
Yeah.
That's why it has a name. That's why people call it the neck pour. Otherwise, it would not have came up with its own name or developed its own name.
It depends on how much time has gone by.
In the sealed bottle?
No, between the time you have had the neck pour versus the next pour you have of that bottle.
Yeah. I don't think air instantaneously changes the flavor of it. But, a week or two or whatever, you're right, a year is going to be different. But I just don't think it's fair. What I'm saying is to judge a bottle off of that inch of worth of pour out of the neck versus how long air has been inside here and giving it a few weeks. That's all.
Well, on the other hand, the first impression is a lasting impression. So out of every single bottle you have, you always have that very first impression, and that's the neck pour.
Okay. This is good. I like it.
It is. It's not bad. There's enough proof there that it's got some flavor.
Yeah.
This one hits you more up front. Just a tad bit of spice up front. Nothing crazy. It's nothing overwhelming whatsoever. A little bit more towards the front of the palate versus that Valencia.
Yeah, I get a little more on the front, but I think it's more of it's almost like this is only at the mid palate. Kind of a caramelly vanilla, your typical bourbon flavors. Getting a little funkiness from the malted barley, I think, on the back of the palate, a little bit of that funk. But other than that, I mean, that's a good solid pour. It was an $80 bottle. I don't know that this is their best offering. That 9-year at the really higher proof that I got last year was better than this, I'll be honest.
Yeah. It's a little better than middle of the road, but I'm kind of with you. I don't know that it's great. It's not great by any means, but it's a sweet fruit, more towards the front of the palate. It's all right. I'm going to give it a 6. I'm going right in. I'm going to give it a 6.
That's fair.
What'd you say the price point was?
$80.
$80. That's
you can
okay.
get it at MSRP, of course, because apparently it's getting pretty popular, becoming like one of those allocated things.
Yeah. So I mean, it's okay. $80 is not bad. It's not sitting on the shelf, you said?
No.
Okay. So I guess that kind of goes against it a little bit as well, but it's okay. It's a little better in the middle of the road. It is that. It's better in the middle of the road. So I'm going 6.
Yep. I'm going to go 6. I'm going to go 6.5. It's a little full and it's fuller in flavor than just a flatline 6 for me. It is good. Again, 5 is I'll drink it if you pour it for me. I'm not going to turn it down. 6 is if I already have it, like I bought it out of curiosity. I'm going to continue drinking it. It's not just going to sit there and rot away. And I will continue drinking this. It's actually pretty good. It just may be more of like an opener for me or something. It may not be like, man, I can't wait to end on this Penelope pour tonight. But
it's almost a desserty finish, kind of.
It's really close to being desserty. I was going to say that. Yeah. It's really close.
It's like I read your mind or something,
It's weird.
Isn't it?
It's good, though. 6.5 for me, so. Yep.
All right. Don't forget about our Discord. Come and enjoy some time with us. We're in there usually a couple of nights a week. Everybody's got work schedules. We understand. So sometimes we may not get in there as often as we'd like to. We got to spend time with family and stuff as well. So, and we understand you got to do the same, but we also have a family here. We enjoy this community and we enjoy all of you and interacting with you and getting your thoughts on various bourbons and cigars and also some suggestions. We do have a room in there and people have been providing suggestions. Hey, this is what we think you are to try for the next challenge or for the next episode, whatever the case is. And we enjoy the feedback. We really do. We enjoy the ideas. And, you know, we're going to do those things because we want to do things you want to see. And if we can at all find the spirits that you want us to try and review, we're going to try to do that as well.
Yep. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends and other bourbon groups. React and talk with us in the comment section below. Let us know what you want to see, what you think if you've had it, and what you thought about the video.
Absolutely. That's all we got time for on this episode. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one.